The Sunday Times is reporting that Cabinet will meet this week to discuss a new board at the crisis-stricken Eskom. It comes as the country is battling with the worst load shedding on record, and it's amid calls for the CEO Andre De Ruyter to be fired. Energy expert Professor Sampson Mamphweli joins us now for more tonight. Good evening, Prof. Thanks for your time. So according to that report in the Sunday Times, the individuals that are really being targeted is the board. Is that where the attention should go?
Good evening, Kathy, and the listeners. And the viewers, sorry. It tells you that I've been talking to radio a lot. I think because now we have a new plan that was announced by the president, there's a need for a new board that must come and then turn that plan, part of that plan, into an Eskom strategy. And we've got a number of documents at Eskom, including the Just Energy Transition Strategy and other operational strategies. So those have now become obsolete because the president has now announced an overarching plan to deal with the crisis. So it will make sense for me, for the board, for the president or for government to make changes at the level of the board and ensure that the CEO gets support, the CEO and the Eskom management get support from the new board. That will then have to give them a new marching orders, so to speak, that are in line with the president's plan.
Is there any indication that the current board has not been supporting the CEO? Because they actually are different arguments to that effect, that even at the time that Andre De Ruyter was being brought in this position and was not seen as the relevant party, it was the board that came in and defended his appointment and in fact said it continued to have trust in him.
Yes, the board has been supporting Andre De Ruyter. That is not a question. The issue here now is we have a new strategy. We have a new plan that is no longer the plan or the strategy that the board had initially. So basically, the strategy of the board, the current board, has not yielded the much needed results to an extent that the president had to intervene and come up with a new kind of plan.
Are you talking about the plan that was and the interventions announced in July?
Yes.
Okay.
So there is a need to align the interventions that were announced by the president to the strategy, the Eskom strategy, and consolidating all the other strategies that Eskom currently has, and making them one strategy and aligning such with the new plan that was announced by the president. So in that sense, I support the fact that a new board needs to come in with fresh ideas, looking also at the fact that the landscape has now changed and they need to follow what the president, they need to follow the tone that was set by the president. So I support the changes at the level of the board. The new board itself may come in and say, looking at the strategy that we now have developed, we don't think Andre De Ruyter is the right person or we don't think the current Eskom management is the right management to implement the new strategy. And that's a decision that they can make at their own discretion. But at this point in time, we're not there. That we are where government is saying we've got a crisis, we've developed a new plan, we are now bringing in a new board that will have to ensure that this new plan is consolidated and implemented. Who will implement it? That depends on the new board.
Energy expert Professor Sampson Mamphweli, let's leave it there for tonight.